UFC throwweight. Let's give the people what they want. First off, kick it off. Max Holloway, Ilia Topuria. I'm picking Max to knock Ilia the fuck out.
Is that just out of spite?
Um,
You
I
like
think
Ilya?
I think Ilia is drinking, and I'll be honest, right? Because I never want to mislead. Um, I love Max because also my mom's Hawaiian. My mom's from Hawaii. They both live there right now. So
Okay.
I got love for the Hawaiian fighters. So obviously I'm probably choosing to ride for Max. But you know what? Since you asked for more of my opinion on that, I'll share it with you. When I watch Ilya striking pad videos and people are like, "Oh, this is the next coming of Jesus,"
Right.
I'm gonna shoot you straight. That pad holder is doing a lot of the fucking work,
All right.
and he's not moving around. Like Ilya's like barely
You
moving.
got you
Like,
got you got a little bonus check. You got a little bonus check, huh?
yeah. And I'm just saying, you think you're gonna look that pretty against Max? You're getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, if you think that, like, oh, I'm never getting hit because my fucking trainer never slaps me in the face because I'm like, if you look at Ilya slips, he's like this. Dude, you are not slipping a Max Holloway left hook, moving your head like that. But your trainer, he lets you get away with that.
You got to add the clip right here. Ding.
Yeah, I'll add the clip right there so we can see it. But so I think he's drinking his Kool-Aid a little too much. He also said this is a big alarming thing. He says that Max, as soon as Max commit, this is something that stuck with me. As soon as Max commits to striking with him, Ilya is going to knock Max out. And I feel like once that gets disproven, once Max sits in there and strikes with Ilya, and Ilya takes a step back, I think Ilya is going to be a little bit mentally broken, and you're going to see Max take over.
You know, Ilia Topuria. I went to UFC 298. Uh, I picked Volk in that fight. He knocked Volk the fuck out.
I picked Volk to win too.
Yeah. He's 27 years old. Is he? I believe he's undefeated.
Yeah,
So you have a lot of good things going for you. Beat a legend, young, athletic, cocky, confidence, belt. And now Max Holloway gets a chance to redeem those 3 losses he had with Volk. Volk has been his fucking kryptonite for Max. Max has been at this years trying to get to the promised land. And every time Volk has shut him down. Like if I was Max, it's like I was always thinking like, bro, does he fight him 4 times?
I think he will after he beats Ilya.
And so he gets presented another opportunity because of the BMF fight. At that time, I told my producer Ray, I thought it was a horrible idea, bro. The reason why is because he was in line for that shot.
Right.
I said if he loses, oh, it's hard. How do you put him back into a championship fight if he loses? He gets to that fight and becomes one of the greatest fights of all time because of how everything that transpired. You know, from the call out to the knockout to getting it, he just went viral. And so now he put himself in a position like Buckley is right now, where you cannot deny him that championship fight. And
Yeah.
they go back and forth, you know. So it's a my take is that I'm going for Holloway as well.
Okay.
I think it's his. If there's a time, it's now. Because don't try to climb up that mountain again. This is it, right here, right now. I think he's super focused. I think he has all the tools in experience to do it. The lights aren't going to be too big for him. He's not going to go in there and be like, oh, wow, champion. No, he's been here. He's done it. He knows how to do it. I think that I want him to be strategic. I don't want him just to go and just bang with Ilia Topuria.
Right. And I don't think he will. I think from the fights with Volk, I think he's really got a really high IQ, honestly. And
Yeah, I want to see that experience and IQ go into these first and second rounds.
mhm.
Third, fourth, if you feel like maybe you're not, you need to push up, push the tempo up, fuck it, let's go. If you got to get knocked the fuck out in order to lose this shit, if that's gonna be what it is, then let that be what it is.
Right.
Now Ilya, it's almost like you're getting too ahead of yourself. You know, you're acting like you've already won 4 or 5 title defenses. Almost like Sean. You're walking around like you've beaten. The Volk had the ability to walk around like that because of how many people he beat in a row.
Yeah, that's why I said he's drinking the Kool-Aid a little much.
Yeah, I mean, you're now talking about beating Islam.
Mm-hmm. That's
Come
another
on,
thing, and
bro.
more distraction. Talking
Come
to
on, dog.
Usman.
Come on, dog. You ain't beating Islam. You're not beating Islam. There's a reason why it's a lightweight, and there's these divisions. You know, they Volk should have never have fought Islam. I get why he tried to do it, but he
Because he was winning so much, you know.
yeah, and it's you're getting a new challenge,
Right.
right? You do X, and it's like, all right, I've kind
This
of
is
done all
boring now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've kind of done all these guys. Let me see what the next level looks like. Let me challenge myself and see if I can do this. Now, then the Connor stuff, you know what I mean? Oh, like you got all the Sean O'Malley shit. You now, maybe boxing shit. So you're doing all this other shit, right? Now, I think that Ilia has enough skill to definitely put him in the game. I think he's gonna be surprised on how smart Max Holloway goes into this fight in real time. I think he's going to sit down that first round and be like, okay, hold up.
Like, this isn't how I expected it to go.
Yeah, he's not going to just. Maybe he will. Don't get me wrong. That's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Max a homie. But I think that I hope that people around him, all the people that are in his ear, like, all right, this is it. This is the time. Let's go at it strategically. Let's show your technique. Let's show your skill. Let's see how this first round goes. Let's fill out the first round. Let's fill out his power.
Yeah, I believe that's what's going to happen. But at the same time, so talking about these other X factors, like their boxing and shit like that. I'm giving it to Max on the feet. Max is the lengthier guy, taller. So in boxing, that has a big play. You're also talking about being able to kick each other now. Max is definitely going to be better with the kicks. He's got that spinning kick. He's got the head kick. He's got a lot of tools for Ilia to have to look out for. So,
I'll tell you this.
Interesting.
What scares me is this. This is what I will say. What scared me. I'm gonna give a comparison for you. Armin versus Charles Oliveira. I had Charles Oliveira winning that like outright before they fought. Armin's gonna lose. It's too cocky. Armin went in there and beat Charles Oliveira at his own game and submitted him. That fucking shocked the fuck out of me. So if we look at these guys in their trajectory, Armin and Ilia are almost like on the same trajectory. Armin just hasn't got. He wants that. He's next in line, right?
Yeah.
Ilia got it, and
I like that example.
He got it and he won. Now he's there. Now it's almost like Max is the Charles Oliveira, because Charles Oliveira is a legend in his own right, right?
Right.
He got beat in his. That's what surprised me. He got beat in his own game. Now, can Ilia surprise me? And I forgot. Is Max a black belt as well on the jiu-jitsu side of it?
Max is not a black belt, no, but he's been training jiu-jitsu for a long time. The gym he actually trains at is a jiu-jitsu gym.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know he's not a like, get him on the ground. He knows what he's doing as well.
It's more defending the takedown. I don't think Ilia is really gonna like submit Max. Because you had a good point as far as the arm on, right? And just to touch on that, I feel like the difference is Charles is notorious for kind of packing it in once he's losing. And the thing about Max is he has never given up 1 second of any fight in his life.
Oh, he's never out. He's
been in the octagon for hours. I'm talking even with Volk alone, those 3 fights, right? That's 75 minutes. Not 1 second did Max pack it in or even give up on himself. So that's, how do you put it? Armand did do that, yes, and I do like that example. But I think they are similar, but just a notch a little higher with Max's skill set versus Charles's. Right?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So we'll see. I do like that parallel, and I like, there are parallels. When you see something and something else, and it reminds you, that can play out. So we'll see. But like I say, I think Charles packs it in a little bit more. than Max ever will in his life.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, if Ilia is able to get the win, you know, it's definitely going to put him on another level of like, well, this whole division needs to watch out for the next 4 or 5 years, because it's going to be one of his biggest challenges as well, taking on Max Holloway. Because this is I don't he's crazy because I love people that are cocky, but I think there's a line almost like where you still got to pay respect for that fighter though.
Right.
Like he's just making it
And
sound
he's
like,
not paying that respect to what
yeah,
Max has done.
yeah, he's just kind of making it sound like, oh,
And that's the thing where I'm like, nah, that's not going to work. And I'm actually like not as confident in you after putting on that persona. So
so
that's my take. I'm so excited, bro. I cannot wait for this one.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one.